Hello, my lovely spectators. Didi here. Welcome to my studio. So, we're going to do a quick flip through Friday, hosted by Gwen the Trash Witch. So, I ordered some books from Thriftbooks. I know, why are we still ordering books? We have so much. Just can't help myself. I'm looking for bug related stuff just to have some resources, and since I haven't seen much out there, I am taking a chance when I order some of these things. But I use their programs. They have one for teachers. You buy 4 books, and the 5th book is free. I keep my books generally somewhere under $7 because that's where all your coupons and stuff would apply. So none of these were more than about $6.50, and I believe one of them I got for free. So there's 2 more on the way, and then I also receive free books. So when you join up and you make an account free, you also earn points for every book. They have bonus days, etc., etc. Anyway, not affiliated, not sponsored. You as an individual can have a reference link, which I do have down below, and if someone was to start placing an order through there and become, get an account, then benefits both people. And maybe you look into that. I left the information down below, but again, not sponsored in terms I don't work for Thriftbooks, but I just my go-to. So I purchased a few books with bugs, and of course more florals, right? Who can never have enough florals? So this one is the Good Books for You Garden, and I'm always looking for the word illustrated because we want those illustrations and not just pictures of bugs, right? So it's a relatively thin book, and it unfortunately it has a nice cover, but unfortunately it has this crack. It is a used book, but it's not so bad that I couldn't use this as a journal cover. Open it up, increase the spine, all of that good stuff. It's a nice textured one. So I guess I already looked at these, so this is why I felt it was good enough to show to you guys. So there's some very sweet illustrations. This book was originally published in I guess the first and only publishing time is 1998. So for my mother and father, there is discoloration, there is patina. Thank yous to all these people. You can already see the style of the illustrations. It's not a very long book. There's 53 pages, and there's an introduction, so you have text. The paper is pretty thick. There's the slightest sheen to it, but not that bad. It is a sewn-in book, and so you can easily take out that. You have these little tiny sprattering of little images. Now we get to the actual illustrations, which are actually really nice. So you have the information on the damsel flies and dragonflies. Like, did you know? I didn't know. So you have the picture goes with, because they're related to each other. It has a little bit of everything. The nymphs, the size is listed here. It's really nice, right? And then you keep going and you have another one. You have the mantids. The only thing that I don't kind of like is the fact that you have information and beautiful illustrations on both sides. So then you have to pick and choose, unless you can find a way to kind of showcase them both. And I did that with another book that does that, which is the one about the fairies, the summertime fairies, winter fairies and stuff. So maybe I'll put that video at the end so that you can check out how I made some journal cards with something that was double-sided. Anyway, the True Bugs and the Thrips. So look, so much nice illustrations. I like this one that has the little dot, like the average size and stuff. It's really cute. They're nice and big, size of a hand. The book is the book page is 5 inches by 7, the actual 5 by 7 of the page. So that's a pretty good size to put in the book. You could actually take the entire signatures apart and actually just include it into one as a signature page. So that's an option. We've got some white space. You've got these frames. All of this is usable. So I'm just gonna flip through the rest because I want to show you the other 2 books that I got in this order. So you're getting a trifecta of books today. White Fly. So when the next books come, they'll be for next Friday. I'll show you those. Yeah, so really beautiful. You might have a hard time figuring out what it is that you want to use or how to use it. It's already giving me ideas of what I could do to incorporate this into a journal and stuff. Now, could you put it in any kind of journal? Probably botanical for sure. Might be able to put into an autumn journal, like with mushrooms and things of that nature. If you're doing an animal-based journal, sure. Maybe you're doing an insect, then this is a go-to for sure. So yeah. Anyway, so you have all of those, then you have the glossary, and everything is got these little cutesy things. And there we go. So I think it's a decent book. We're out, like, again, $5-6 at the most. I would probably go for this. Then I'm looking at, since I saw that one and it said, you know, for your garden, I started doing searching for your garden, that kind of thing. And I said the Gardener's Book Bug, and then it said full color and black and white illustrations. So again, looking for that keyword of illustrations actually in the title. So again, this one is a pretty hefty book. This one is about 500 pages. No, this one's the 689 pages. So you can see the patina of the pages. It has that ratty edge kind of, you know, build of it. The cover itself, look at that book. Beautiful to make a journal out of this. Let's go to the page for the thing. Okay, so copyright. Initially, this book came out in 1946. This particular one, 1973. So this guy's like 53 years old. So there's been a number of editions. So here we have all the different editions, their introductions by different people. And such and such, so that the book pages feel soft, very soft. There's a little bit of a texture. They're not gonna crack from what I see right doing that. They have color plates, they have line drawings listed, and then of course how to use the book for its intended purpose. So when I first started looking through the book, I noticed there was a lot of text. I was like, kind of, you know, disappointing, but then there are some really interesting pictures. Now this style is, like, to me, old style. Like, you know, this is really 1945 is when this book originally done. So these are the original drawings of the person. Look at these people, right? So there are pieces of illustrations throughout, so you can actually go by this list, and in here the list of the color plates, it tells you where, and the list of the drawings, it tells you what you're looking for. So if you wanted to have a diagram of an ant, you go to page 54, right? Let's see. And there's your ant. Okay. So you could snip out things to make interesting. Ah, that's disappointing. This one you would have had more chance of, like, being able to use something and not worry about anything on the back. So yes, you have this. So it was obviously, it's been a cracked spine. It's been around for 53 years. Let's see, the where is it, the line drawings, right? And then the list of color plates. Following page 236, you have these. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 color plates. So let's go find them. Okay, it's not the first one, so let's find the first one. The first one is let me use the index as intended, right? So that we can look at those plates. Following page 236, okay, 233, 235, 236. So these are nice. Yes, you have this drawing. You have a bunch of information down here on the bottom. Again, it's a single plate. Oh no, this one doesn't. The other ones are. There are single plates in here, but both sides are So again, we need to kind of either pick and choose or find a way to incorporate this in for some fun and whimsy into a journal and somehow use both sides. But the illustrations are very nice. You know, we always like those illustrations because they really are interesting. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the next color plate. So, blister beetles. So we have the whole range. Blister beetles. Interesting. It looks like when I feed my tarantulas the superworms and what they turn into if I don't take it out, and they wind up being there inside the thing. Flea beetles. Oh, yeah, okay. Japanese beetles. So, you know, there's a lot of pages where you feel like there's a lot of text. Here's another one. We'll look at it in a minute. But you also have illustrations here and there throughout. So you could make something out of those illustrations without a problem. If you have something else more colorful, you could get a nice maybe 3-inch circle punch, 2-inch circle punch, make that a focal image with some other stuff that is related to the theme of your journal. So we got the Mexican bean beetle, right? So really cute. I really do like these illustrations. I like the tone of them too. They look not only, you know, illustrations, but they also looked old, you know? So I don't know if you understand what I mean. Okay. So we've got this. I'm just really showing you the highlight bits, right? So again, there's some illustration pages, some not, but there's a plenty of book pages to use for other sources, for the things. Okay. There we go. What do we have here? So we've got the butterflies and caterpillars. Then find the next set. Okay, here's the next set. So in between, like I said, you can have, and then they're black and white like this. It's almost like you have like a coloring option. You could watercolor them, cut them out, watercolor them, etc. Make them your own. Okay. All right, you can cut this out, make this a journal card, do some coloring of the items themselves. Pretty nice. Over here, another thing that I'll point out that I like to do is, you know, like, so for example, you have this illustration and it says it's a young larvae of the European pine sawfly chewing off needles. I would actually include that in the journaling card because why not have some information as well as some beauty and interesting little weirdness up in your journals. But that's just me. How many of you guys would include those details? Okay, so here we go. Let's go. So it has quite a number of these pages. So if you think about it, would these pages alone be worth it to you for like $5 or $6, you know? So, yes. And let's go here. See, it's very nice. Here's another set, right? So each one has 2 plates, or 4 plates, 2 pages, my front to back. Okay. Yeah, so when I decide to crack into this bad boy, I will be taking all the black and white photo imagery out, putting it in one place, ready to use in any kind of situation, and then using the rest of it as, let's see, is that the last plate? That might be the last plate. Yeah, so then we have all of these pages for, you know, book pages. Maybe you want to use the rest of it as a glue book after you take out everything else. But you have nearly 700 pages of stuff you can use here. Okay, and then the last book is the Garden Flowers book. The book. This one, again, I was just like, let me try. This one was actually the free one out of the still under $7. I think it was $6.29 or something like that. This book originally came out in 1979, and this particular one was from 1986. So let me just raise you up slightly because it is a rather big book. Okay, and at first I was like, okay, you could see the patina of it. This is the cover. It's a nice, decent cover. You could definitely use this as a journal cover. It's really big though, so you'd have to have a lot of content. When I first opened it up and I saw this page, I was like, oh, please don't let them all be in black and white. I love this. I used to have my students back in the day when we were allowed to be a little more creative as teachers in geometry, build a garden using the shapes, area, da 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 da. So this threw me back in the days to when I was like I said, we can do some more little fun stuff. Perspective drawing, yes. So I don't know. A lot of times, if you see my channel, I'll reference different things in reference to when I was teaching back in the day, and also try to use some of the skills and content of geometry and whatnot in what I do, and the math of it all. So this, I love this. Like this whole entire thing. So I mean, I would lose this. I would probably cut this out to use with this one, and then take this as a huge journal card, and I find that would be nice. That I would be like, that'd be good to me, good to go. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 journal cards right there, 4 tags. So even the black and white stuff, so I was like, oh no, it's all black and white. But then, oh, you see, there it goes. So I got to this part. Look at this lovely page. Oh my goodness. I wish it was the center of a signature, but it's unfortunately not. Oh yeah, so also this book is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 wide by 11.5. So this itself is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So you can take one of these sides of a page situation and include it and fold it in half and have it in your journal. Okay, so then I got to here and I was like, oh great, we have some color. And as I kept flipping, I was getting even more and more happy. So we've got ferns and stuff. We found little pieces that people had marked for some reason, the person who owned this prior. This is just lovely. Rhododendron. But again, you've got the, do I put one side versus the other? So with this particular book, I might, for these pages, use that in a journal. It'll be sideways, but so be it. The other thing you could do is, you know, take the whole signature, take it apart and take it full on and keep it upright, fold it, make a pocket, fold it, make a side tuck, and that way a person can up and fold it, fold it, whatever, and you know, get the whole page, but fold it back up so that it fits within the confines of the cover. So yeah, but the colors are very nice. You still have some black and white stuff here. And I think I like that idea because, you know, this idea of keeping some of this information. I like to have that information in the journals. So roses, this is really funny. Like the main one here is in black and white, and then all the pictures, you start to get into the pictures, are in the beautiful color. So that I like that juxtaposition in the book. It's really cool. Okay, and yeah, so many different roses. Perfect. Oh, I'm doing something that might need roses, but I don't want to cut into the book. Oh, this dilemma, right? When we have something that is so lovely. So yeah, so this is real. I mean, look at this detail. I mean, this book is 53 years old. It's amazing. I find it amazing. This is this is how old my brother is. So there's a lot of roses in here. I am skipping a couple of pages. Oh no, they're really thick. Maybe not. Let's see. Now we're getting to bulbs. Okay. So bulbs being annual. So you have to plant them every single year, I think. Is that how that works? I'm not even sure. Oh, lilies. Very nice. Very nice. A tulip. There's different types of tulips. Didn't know that. Hyacinths? Yes. Do hyacinths come back? I don't even know. I'm not a gardener. I love flowers. I don't have a green thumb. That's the hubby. Keeps all the plants alive. Why my negative energy tries to kill them off. Oh my goodness. I love this one. These are so pretty. Purple was my mother's favorite color. And so it always stops me for a moment when I see purple. Corms and tubers. Okay, let's see what that is. Look at that. This is so nice. Oh, dahlias. I've heard of like being robust. Gladiolas. I have some of those outside front that we tried to plant. I think we need to cluster a little bit more together to get like a really pop of like a really standout kind of like, oh, that's really nice. It's like you could see them. There's like hefty grouping. Perennials. Oh, these are the ones you don't have to plant. This is where I'm looking for when I'm trying to plant something, right? That just put it in there and just call it a day. So let's see. Do we have any of these? I have no idea. Oh, we have something that looks like this. Not that I know what that is. I mean, it's a chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. Something like that. I teach math, remember. Oh gosh, these are so cute. See, I would love this in my garden. And this, I love the tall ones too. Oh wow, really, really nice. Okay, what is this? Like that. Yeah, so just keep going for you guys to take a quick look. Oh, these are nice. It's interesting. I like it. It's like you see these things different. You're like, oh, I've never seen that before. And all of these are perennials. So like this is like, boom. Wow. I really need to go shopping this summer and get some more. But I mean, they're probably going to cost a hefty amount because, you know, I'm also frugal. Let's say frugal. Let's not say cheap. Let's say frugal. And you know, these things without knowing that they're going to truly be rooted and stuff kind of make me hesitant. So look, rock garden plants. So these are good for rock gardens, I guess, because they grow long and tall. I don't know. If I read the book, maybe I would. Somebody wanted something from here. I mean, look, this even is patina. Well, like Miss Margaret said, what do you call it? Treasure bonus, whatever. So yeah, so wow, there is so much more to go in this. Let me speed up the pace so that you guys, you know, if you see something you want to pause, you can do that. But yeah, so this is another surprise. This is a winner out of this whole group. Aquatic plants and ferns, ornamental grass. Okay. So you've got these. Interesting. Okay. Less likely to use or be more concerned about whether I use half of or not. I do like what I'm noticing is that this is all for this one, right? Or it feels like that. Yeah. But part of this went onto this side. So maybe they're not all, you know, column-like. So, and this is showing you kind of what they would look like, I guess. Some of them, not all of them have that, but that's okay. And then we have our annuals. Okay, so this one's you have to plant every year. So that I know. Zinnias. Zinnia. I like zinnias. Okay. Ugh, gorgeous. Love this. Delphinium. Oh, these are so pretty. Okay. Oh, thank God I didn't mess them up. Okay. Oh, nice, nice. So nice. Okay, we're almost at the end, guys. We're almost at the end. So it has so much potential. I wonder, I don't have a scanning cut, but I have like silhouette cricket and stuff like that. If I could take the page and have the silhouette or the cricket, you know, you take a picture of it, if it could cut it out for me. Because to fussy cut this, I would be so heartbroken if it came out looking like trash. Because I'm not the best fussy cutter that there is. You know, man, this person dog did a lot of things. This is interesting. Huh. Okay, just a few more, just a few more. If you're with me, thank you so much for hanging out. I mean, these are beautiful. I'm hopefully showing you something that you're enjoying seeing. Okay. And this guy has nearly 300 pages. Now that I'm looking down here, we're at 286. 286. 291. Oh, Okay, and then we have important characteristics. So that's interesting. The way it's laid out is also interesting for like a backdrop or masterboard, right? And then we also have the index. So we have the 2 columns, and then we have the numbers. Masterboard potential. There's quite a number of pages of that. All right, so we have 303 pages of information in this book. So this, I guess, originated maybe over there. It was printed in Czechoslovakia, and that's the ISBN number. And so those are the 3 books for today's flip through. I hope you've enjoyed all of them. And yes, continue to drop by and check me out. I'm going to be adding the thrift flip throughs as bonus videos to my regular creative content. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe. And if there's any book that you're looking to maybe consider, you might want to see if I have it, and then if I do, I can show it to you before you buy. So until next time, ciao ciao, bye.
Tags and pockets, flips and folds, washi tape and stories told, paint and stamps begin to play. We craft the stress and doubt away. Yo soy artista, todos 26, con papel, con glue, con style. No perfection, just expression. Got our pages of confession. Don't sit back and watch the show.